Adding a subwoofer is absolutely essential to any good audio system. Whether you're working with a stock stereo and speakers or you switched it out with aftermarket equipment, it makes a huge difference to the listening experience. So this will be a full step-by-step tutorial video on how to install a subwoofer system in your car to either a factory or aftermarket head unit. Okay, let's start with the basics. Here's what you'll need: an amp, woofer or woofers, a box, amp wiring kit, and a high-low converter if you're using the factory radio, or an amp with high-level inputs. Okay, quick breakers breakdown. Subject, high-low inputs. Okay, so if you're using an aftermarket head unit, you'll use RCAs, aka low level, to transfer the audio signal to the amplifier. If you're using a factory head unit, it does not have RCA outputs, so you have to use the speaker output, the wiring that actually goes to the speakers, to transfer to the amp, aka high level. So you'll need either one of two things. One, an amp that has high level inputs like this, and if you're shopping online, if you go to the filters, you can choose high level input as an option. Or two, a high level adapter like this one. Now this converts the high level signal, again, the wires that make the speaker play, to a low level signal, again, an RCA. Okay, hope that helps. For tools, grab a drill with a Phillips head, paddle tool, crimpers, strippers, a ratchet set, and a 1/4 inch drive ratchet adapter. Okay, so let's first start by determining where the amp is going to go. You normally have a couple basic options, either underneath one of the front seats or in the trunk. Now, if it's going in the trunk, you can put it on the box or on the back of the rear seat. All right, we're gonna put the amp in the trunk on the back of the rear seat instead of the box, so we can take the box in and out if needed. I like to start from the front of the vehicle and move back. So let's start with the power cable first. But before that, let's determine what size gauge we need. Okay, so let's take a look at this amp wire gauge chart. So the first thing we want to do is determine what size fuse we need. You can simply look on the side of the amp and see what fuses it has, or you can look in the manual. Now this amp has two 25 amp fuses, so it's 50. And if you look at the chart and take into consideration how long the wire run is going to be, we're going to use a gauge since we're going to be in that 16 to 19 foot range. So the first thing we want to do is determine how we're going to get this wire through the firewall. Once that's established, we're going to pull it through, mock up where we're going to put our fuse holder, and then cut the wires accordingly. And then from here, we'll attach to the battery and the fuse holder, but we're not going to put the fuse in quite yet. Okay, next, take off the kick panel and the seal plates. Okay, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take the radio out. And since we have an aftermarket radio, we're just going to be using RCAs. Now, if you're working with a factory radio and you don't know how to get it out, so if you go to YouTube and type in your year, make, model, and then how to remove the OEM radio or factory radio, you should be able to find something. And from here, it'll tell you exactly how to remove the radio. But if you are using the factory radio, go to www.the12volt.com for the wiring schematic. This is a free site. And as a disclaimer, it doesn't have every vehicle out there, but it is a good place to start. Now go ahead and grab your high-low adapter. We're going to be using these speakers to convert it to low level. And then here's what you're going to do to separate the wires. Grab a pick and pull the wires. Attach the speakers to the high-level adapter from here. And then on this particular one, you do have a ground. So you want to go ahead and hook up the ground, and that is your remote out to your amp. And the ground on this vehicle is going to be right here. So we're going to do the same thing. Grab your pick, pull it so you got some room, and then you're going to splice into that and attach the ground wire to it, and then you're going to run that remote out to the amplifier in the back. And again, that's if you're using your factory radio. And then at this point, put your factory radio back in. Okay, but if you are using an aftermarket like we are, just go ahead and plug your RCAs in right now and attach the blue wire for the remote turn on and put the radio back in. Now when you're putting it back in, just make sure that you are tucking the wires nicely and that you're re-exposing the plugs that plug into that bezel. That'll probably hook up to your hazard lights or your clock or possibly your climate controls. Okay, let's go ahead and do our bass knob now. So run that wire down to the kick panel and then mount your knob, and then you're gonna run that wire down with the power wire. All right, so let's go ahead and run those wires now. And then follow the wires that run down the vehicle. Grab some wire ties to make it nice and neat. All right, and at this point, go ahead and take out the rear seat. And if you don't know how to do that, again, just go to YouTube and type in your year, make, model, how to remove a rear seat, and I'm sure you'll find something. All right, so go ahead and remove the rear seal plate and the B-pillar, and then I'll make running the wires down the vehicle much easier. All right, then from here we're gonna just run them to the back of the rear seat, and then it's going to run the RCA and the remote wire down the passenger side. So remove the sail plate and the B-pillar and the kick panel, and then do the same thing. We're just going to run that wire using wire ties to tie it down the passenger side. And then once that's in place, let's go ahead and put everything back together. Okay, so bring all the wires together on both the driver and passenger side to one spot. That way we can wire the amplifier. Go ahead and put the amp in place. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple spacers in between the amp and the back of the rear seat. This will give us the ability to run the wires underneath the amplifier so it looks a little cleaner. Okay, go and do your ground now. Just make sure that when you're grounding to your vehicle, there's nothing on the other side that could get damaged. All right, so go ahead and plug in your RCA and the bass knob. Tuck that nicely. Then come to the other side for your power wire, your ground, and your remote. All right, so let's go ahead and put the box together. So let's get it wired up. And screw it down. And at this point, go ahead and wire up the speaker wires to the amplifier. All right, wiring's all done. Plug in the box. All right, set that in place. And then go back to the hood and attach the power wire to the positive side of the battery. All right, that's it. You're done.